You see what Greenwich, Connecticut is. I mean, it's a fabulous town right outside New York City, so easy access to the city, fabulous community, and then its vitality is it's great intellectually. It's very stimulating. It's there's a culture here that is great, community and all of those things. And then there's this issue of the state issues. I think that the state is going to approach this in a very effective way. We'll see. There's a new government, and so we'll see how. But the approach that even New York took in terms of Long Island City and the bringing in, creating a tax-free economic zone. For example, you could take Bridgeport, and you could take New Haven, and you could take Hartford, Connecticut, and make those tax-free economic zones and bring in vitality to the state. Yep. I think that it's really going to be a test of the cleverness, and it's an issue that they're going to have to deal with one way or another. It could be very harmful to the state. It's a risky issue because the polarity between the high-income areas and the other parts of the state, which are really suffering, cannot be cut.
Well, before you pull up stakes and move down to zero-income tax Florida with Tepper, you might wait till for the recounts. I think, right? Just I don't know, maybe wait a couple of weeks before you decide.
He's not deciding. He's staying there.
I know.
What do you? Well, by the way, what do you think of some of your peers who have moved to Florida?
The joke's on them, maybe.
Well, I think the tax issue is an issue of consideration, and then the worst case scenario is a bad scenario for it's not just Connecticut, but some of the Northeast. New Jersey's a good example, and New York, different parts. And I think that model has to be dealt with by bringing in a lot more revenue. By creating, a different approach, but it's understandable. It's not just, it's the whole area. Wherever you have tax, San Francisco's dealing with the same thing with like Nevada.
Ray,
it's a national issue.
We've only got a few seconds, but very quickly, what you're talking about, creating these zones, is coming under protest from people here in New York City right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Say it again, please.
The protests, people are protesting the tax giveaways to these wealthy companies, like what you mentioned for Long Island City.
No. Yeah, I'm saying I think if you take, I don't think you can cut taxes. You have to raise tax revenue.
Right.
The issue of raising tax revenue is it's much the same as if we're looking at Amazon going to Long Island City.
Right.
Is that going to be a net benefit, or is that not going to be a net benefit? And you got to take a sharp pencil. If you take a free economic zone, I've seen this happen a lot of places, and the impact of companies who are not there coming into a tax-free economic zone brings net revenue, and we need net revenue because you can't cut expenses. It's not humane, and you can't raise taxes because if you raise taxes, people are going to leave more. So you have to have something like that.